Simula na ng pagbabago. Ang pag-angat ng finances at negosyo mo ay ang pag-angat ng ekonomiya ng Pilipinas. Kaya this 2022, simulan natin ang pagbabago sa pag-unlad mo. Nagbabalik ang pinakamalaki at pinakamasayang business at investment festival ng bansa. Investa Fest 2022. Igniting the Filipino Financial Revolution. We have gathered over 20 top industry figures to help you make your first million, start your first business, and to help you get into the promising investments in the Philippines and in the world. Learn from the people who have done it, all for free. Yes, mga ka-investa, dahil libre ang matuto. Dahil libre at kaya mong umunlad. Ito na ang simula ng pagbabago ng buhay mo. Ito na ang simula ng pagbabago ng Pilipinas. Simulan ang pagbabago sa'yo. The Investa Fest 2022, the Filipino Financial Revolution. Join now.
Yun. What's up guys and good evening on the dot 9:18 PM. So wait lang Ayusin ko lang yung stream. So what's up guys? Good evening. So medyo biglaan na session. Pa-comment naman if clear yung audio, if hindi masyado malakas yung background music. And if hindi ako naglalag kasi medyo on-off yung internet namin ngayon. So, pa-comment na lang bago tayo mag-start. So, kamusta? Medyo matagal na ako hindi nagla-live. Or matagal na actually hindi nag-charting session in general. Parang yung huli mga November pa ata. Kasi alala ko may isang session na si JC yung nagtuloy. Pero yun, happy to be back. So, chill lang tayo tonight. Ayun, goods. Guys, comment nyo naman. Curious lang ako. Kamusta? Dahil nilagay ko sa caption, diba? So, kamusta yung Valentine's Day nyo? Last Monday ba? O Tuesday? Last Monday. Kamusta yung Valentine's Day nyo? Ano ginawa nyo? Comment nyo naman. Yung pinaka-maganda sagot. Tignan ko kung pwede ko bigyan ng premyo. Pero yun. But guys, pa-help na lang i-share yung stream. Teka, share ko lang din. Hindi ko pala hawak yung phone ko. Mamaya na lang. So, sige, game. Wala nang paligoy-ligoy pa. Clear. Goods. Teka, ano ba ilabas yung screen ko? Ayun. Teka, lalagyan ko ng design para maganda yung lumang design na to Pero sige, ito na lang muna gamitin ko. Or, sige, tanggalin ko na lang. Parang luma na Plain na lang muna. So, game. Comment nyo lang yung mga stock picks nyo, crypto picks, tapos daanan natin. So, siguro, above all things, start muna tayo sa PSE. Right? So, actually, kung chart lang yung pagbabasa mo sa PSE, maganda siya to be honest. Though, ako, di ako super active sa PSE. Si Renzo yung talagang active sa PSE pero hindi niya ako masama ngayong gabi. If you just look at, diba, the base it's forming, at least in terms of volatility contraction, so yung VCP, maganda. Diba? Tapos it's tightening on the right side of the base. And it's forming a series of higher lows. So, meron ka low dito. Ay, bakit kulay blue? Dapat lang. Sorry, ibang laptop pala yung gamit ko. So, pag medyo mabagal ako mag-chart. Naka-trackpad lang kasi ako kasi kulang yung USB ports. Kaya lang yung mic tsaka yung webcam. Pero if you look at it, di ba? Nag-form siya ng mga higher lows. And then if you look at the whole COVID situation, nag-recover na. Sabi daw, low risk na. And parang 500 cases na lang sa loob ng Metro Manila. So kung technicals lang, di ba? maganda talaga siya. Ang inaantay mo na lang yung potential breakout and strong close above 7.5. So, even if may mga days na akala natin GG na. For example, dito, or yung mga days na ganito, or even the other day yung ito. Sabi ko, I forgot kung sino kausap ko, pero sabi ko, sayang, kasi mukhang ang ganda na. Because if I'm not mistaken, this week, itong week na to, yung nag-breakout dito, parang it was a 2-year high ever since the COVID crash, di ba? So, tapos nag-fade. Pero nag-recover naman. So baka nag-form lang ng higher low. So interesting to keep an eye on. Pero, on the flip side, kapag mag-break to below, dito, kung bigger picture, pwede mo teka, kulay red dapat to. Hindi po sa laptop to. Pag nag-break to below 7,000, medyo GG na, di ba? Pero kung shorter term trader ka, pwede mo lagay stops mo dito. Pag nag-below 7.2, mag-lighten up yan ang position mo. But kung chart lang, di ba, wala na ako ibang babasehan, maganda talaga tignan, in my opinion. But if you look at it from a parang bigger picture perspective, nag-breakout tayo, 'di ba? From this to almost actually 4-year na downtrend tayo. Nag-breakout, nag-retest, tapos nag-bounce, 'di ba? So, from a bigger picture perspective, good signs 'yun. Pero yung confirmation talaga, yung confirmation na successful na yung move, tapos maybe we get a leg higher kapag mag-breakout tayo 7.5, 7.6. Then from there, susunod mong area na pwede tignan to maybe sell into strength, di ba? Would probably be 8,000. Yung next psychological level din. Sorry, medyo makati yung mata ko. So, siguro kung titignan natin yung US market. So, I haven't been as active as monitoring yung US market. Pero I look at it every now and then. Pero mostly siya Tesla na lang. Kasi dati purely US at trade ko 2020, early 2021. Pero nag-shift na ako sa cryptos. Pero sa US parang, pwede kayo mag-comment ng mga US stocks. Pero di ako super nakatingin palagi. Pero sa US parang medyo sucks lang eh. Tapos ang dami pa news regarding I haven't been updated since siguro the past 3 weeks about everything regarding the Fed, diba? Everything regarding inflation, everything regarding tightening liquidity. So kulang pa ako sa research doon. Pero gusto ko in the US parang if I'm not mistaken, very choppy yung market, right? So pero game individual. Tapos kung crypto naman, I guess you can look at Bitcoin. Sa crypto ako, honestly, the last trade I made, and it's probably been the longest, it's probably the longest na hindi ako nagtitrade. Boss Rick A, long time no session. Oo nga, medyo matagal na, pero happy to be back. Hopefully next week kakayanin ulit. May event pa bukas yung Trading Cup Defense. Hopefully andun kayo, I can see you guys there. So, long weekend na trabaho, pero ayos lang. Tapos sa Sunday, pero mga ultimate guys, pa-comment nga, pero mga ultimate pioneers dito. May session tayo on Sunday with Boss JC. So, andun din ako. So, sana di ba kayo umay sa mukha ko. Pero yun. Actually, sa crypto ako, I've made no trades since the first week of January. So, more than, Feb 20 na. So, parang almost 2 months. Siguro a month and a half na ako di nagtitrade. Though nag-chart pa rin ako, syempre. Kasi even if hindi ako nagtitrade, hindi pwede mawala yung parang grip ko sa market. Parang basketball, di ba? Kahit magaling ka maglaro, kapag matagal ka hindi naglalaro, pagbalik mo sa court, mangangapa ka ulit. So, ayoko mangyari yun sa pagtitrade. Kasi mahirap yun, hindi mo makuha yung feel ng market. So, I still continue to chart every day. Though, it's much faster now kasi onti lang yung mga malalakas. And since I'm filtering it using the Investa Pro Screener. And if you just look at the market, diba? I mean, parang ganito yung this is a representative of how it's been over the past 2 months, right? Past 6-8 weeks. Though merong onting rally dito, though merong onting rally, at least the way I like to trade, walang pumasok sa parameters eh. So, syempre, kung hindsight lang yung babasehan ko, kunyari, gala. Kung hindsight lang babasehan ko, parang, ay, ano no? Oo nga no, may ano pala dito. Teka. Ito yung settings ko eh. So, teka. Lagay na lang ako ng box. Parang, hindi, lagay na lang ako ng linya. Parang, ay, oo nga no, may consolidation tapos may breakout. Ano ba yan? Ano, kaya ko na may trade yan. Basic lang yan eh. Pero syempre, with the benefit of hindsight na yun. Pero meron akong simple field tapos 78% move. Pero meron akong simple filter na deploy. Which is, di ko trade kapag well below the 50-day EMA. Right? So, just like in the PSC, kung PSC na trade more equities lang, in a bad market, there are some stocks that can counter trend 10, 15, 20%. Siyempre, mas exaggerated sa crypto. For example, tong gala, 70% yung move. Diba? Though, hindi ko siya nakuha, ayos lang kasi sinunod ako pa rin yung parameters ko. And from a bigger picture, if I look at my analytics, kapag nangangatay kasi ako mag-trade, palagi ko binabalikan yung journal ko. Diba? And I always remember, every time na I try to break the parameters, so every time I try to, sige nga, trade ko to kahit hindi okay, may setup naman eh. It's usually a net negative strategy for me. So, doing my best to sit on my hands and wait for the setups to show themselves based on how I want to trade it. So, and that's a skill na I don't master yet, but I'm getting better at. It's a skill na I wish I got earlier kasi sobrang dami ko nasunog, kaka-micro ng trade kasi nangangati na yung kamay ko. Kasi feeling mo, comment nga kayo pag nakaka-relate kayo na yung hindi ka syempre trader ka, diba? Tapos hindi ka nagte-trade, parang napaka-unproductive mo. Or kaya mo nga nilagay yung pera mo sa financial markets para paanda rin eh. Tapos naka-cash lang pala, diba? Pero ganoon talaga, cash is also a position and parang poker lang. Pinost ko to sa Investa the other day. Parang poker lang. Naglalaro kayo ng poker and if gets you yung probabilities, diba? Would you play a bad hand? Parang kung nakuha mo 2 of spades tapos 5 of hearts. Or 2 of spades, 9 of hearts. Lalaroin mo ba yun? Siyempre, fold mo na lang. Diba? Tapos, if nasa'yo yung small blind, big blind, nice lang, cut loss na lang, diba? Eh, yung kagandahan sa trading, walang blind, diba? So, you allow the market to show its hand bago ka mag-commit. So, parang yun lang lagi ko iniisip. So, iniisip ko, parang ano pa to, 2 of spades, 9 of hearts pa to, hindi pa to double aces, or hindi pa to hindi pa to king diamond, 10 diamond, the card set, diba? So, yun lang yung nasa isip ko. So, yun. Pero syempre, kung sabi, huwag i-trade yung mga, kunyari, yan. Syempre, kung nasa playbook mo yan, hindi trade mo lang. Pero ako, I try to be as disciplined as possible. Pero yun. But that's just me, Looking back, diba? Maganda ba sana pag-trade ko? Syempre. Pero yun. So anyway, sorry, napakwento ako. Yeah, let's go back to the chart request. So, game na start, EMP. Hindi ko alam gaano katagal ko kaya mag-live kasi kung wala akong kasama, si Renzo hindi nag-reply eh. Kung wala akong kasama, sumasalit ka agad nila muna. Kasi ako lang yung nagsasalita. So, wala na akong practice. Pero sige. Emperador. Grabe to, no? Kung pinosisyon trade mo lang dito, tapos hinold mo lang. Pero anyway. If I'm not mistaken, can you guys comment? Don't quote. Parang I read somewhere na natanggal ba siya or something, or na-delist somewhere. Kaya bumagsak. But definitely negative news yan kaya bumagsak. So, nainis ako, wala yung usual ko na box kasi hindi ko gamit laptop ko. Pero nice. So, after breaking out of resistance here, strong momentum, tapos may fade, pero nag-rally, right? So, if hindi ako nagkakamali, merong negative news, diba, regarding CEM. Pero even if, since di ako 100% aware, look at the chart pa lang, dyan pa lang, papas na ako, diba? I mean, arrow, malaking gap, tapos malaking volume. So, hindi naman sa pwede kasi mangyari, di ba? Gulat tayo nung time na to, di ba? Kala mo dead na, tapos yung SGX sa listing dumating. So, I think it still happen. But at this point, parang hindi ako magmamadali pumasok. Right? I wouldn't rush myself to get into EMP at this point. Pero, you know, if believer ka dito, it's something you can observe. Parang as long as mag-hold naman above yan 20 na area, hindi naman siya totally deads. Pero kung wala ako nito, di ako magmamadali pumasok. Kasi meron akong malaking gap area dito, which serves as a strong resistance. Next, URC by Lee Yabun. URC, so mostly sideways lang eh. Yan sa weekly. Parang wala masyadong movement, right, for a while. I mean, if you want to plot a long-term trend line, diba, sa may 140, 150 pa, so medyo malayo pa. I guess if you're looking to, hasn't moved much, no, ever since the crash. Alala ko, isa to sa mga malakas, nag-bounce, diba, nag-80, nag-bounce. Pero ever since then, medyo wala eh. It just went sideways eh. Low volatility is very much contracting now. Pwede siyang possible position trade, di ba? Kuha mo, 120 to 125. Pwede kang mag-accumulate sa base na yan. Although probably for much more conservative position traders na. Tapos benta mo sa rally. Benta mo sa rally towards the trend line. Pero, di ba, personally, that's something I would trade. Since yun nga, siyempre, doon tayo support na sa leaders. But kapag mas longer term yung approach mo, pwede naman ganito, di ba? Lalo ng larger cap, tapos low volatility na siya. Pwede ka mag-start na mag-accumulate. MPI tsaka DMC. Blues. DMC ba blue chip? Ano ko? Yata. MPI. So, almost the same. Right? So, after a rally, wala. Medyo boring din. I mean, sideways lang, di ba? So, unless you're really trying to trade the swings, di ba? For example, you're trying to trade yung mga ranges, di ba? Pwede naman yun. Pero, looking at it from a bigger picture perspective, wala. Nagko-consolidate pa eh. Right? So, ako, hindi ako masyado magmamadali. Especially now, di ba? Nasa gitna ng range, wala naman sa support. Parang not much to do at this point, right? So, siguro mas maging interesting to pag kunyari mag-break niyo yung 4, tapos may pause higher. DMC. DMC slowly nag-recover after yung dividends. Parang at this, if nabasa yung book ni Mark Minervini, parang nag-form siya ng cheat area. So it's a lower handle. Which before the actual cupwood handle, which is the second earliest entry point in a cupwood handle continuation pattern. So pwede naman, pwede kang mag-accumulate sa mini base na to, mag-dip pa towards 810. Or if atap ka na, pwede mo tirahin yung breakout pag nag-break above 860, 870. Tapos yung main resistance talaga niyan, dyan lang, sa may 940, right? So if ma-break yung area niyan, potential momentum. And definitely magbe-benefit to pag, diba, pag nag-rally din yung index. Next major level of resistance mo dyan sa may 10 na. 10, 10, 50. Bagal ko mag-chart, naka-trackpad lang kasi. So, yun. Ang ulam, half chicken and ducks. Ang dami nun ah. Boss, Robert, ang dami nun ah. So, nickel. nickel isa sa mga leaders, always being posted sa Prime Research Group. Parang siguro over the past month, this is something that's been carefully researched and documented dun sa Prime Research Group. If Investa Prime Plus or Elite subscriber kayo, hopefully na-take advantage ito trade ito. Parang early pa lang, ito nakalag. Huwag nga tayo lag. Ay, nakalag ba ako? Hindi. Ayan. Parang early on pa lang dito sa area na to, may mga initial signs ng pinopost na potential accumulation areas. Pero ngayon, nag-break na gano'n rin, I think, a 52-week high. Let me change the color of the lines. So, isa yun sa mga leaders, diba? So, one of the things, diba, sabi ko kanina, yung PEC ay maganda. But, hindi ka dapat, parang hindi ka dapat, unless siguro sa large caps ang trade mo, hindi ka dapat box dito. Parang hindi ka dapat box na parang aantayin ko mag 7.5 or 7.7 yung index para maging aggressive, diba? Kasi kapag malakas talaga yung market, malalaman mo na lang talaga afterwards eh. Bakit? Kasi meron na mga initial leaders na lumalabas tulad ni nickel. Diba? So while the market is still consolidating below the highs, the leaders are already breaking out the new highs. Or even better, while it's bottoming, the leaders are already breaking out. So congrats sa mga nakapag-trade ng nickel, diba? Taas ng inflation sa US, if I'm not mistaken, that should be a factor as well. Pero, on the nickel news itself, di ako sobrang updated dun. Si JC, mas updated sa nickel kaysa sa akin. Pero yun, di ba? Parang basic concept sa TA is the larger the base, the higher its pace. So, halos 1 year din yung base na na-form niya. Right? Tapos, sumayaw siya, right? Below EMA 50. So, not a sign to get aggressive. Pero once started moving higher with a catalyst, kaya tunay na leader siya. So, congrats sa mga, especially sa mga, meron ako isang kaibigan na kapag-accumulate dito. Tinira niya dyan. Sa ngayon, hawak lang niya. So, congrats sa mga nakapag-trade ng nickel. So, at this point, parang, syempre, di na ako habol. I would look for potential retest or potential, ito, magandang retest sana. Zoom in mo. Parang 2-candle retest bago nag-move higher. So I would probably wait for a continuation pattern. If atat ka talaga pumasok, you can use an intraday chart, right? Pero ako, usually I just wanna wait. Especially if it's a stock, diba? Like nickel, I would probably just wait for it, for a daily setup or a daily retest. Or a pullback towards EMA 20. So, good eve. Dami na good evening early on. So, next. Teka. SEC. Pretty similar chart to DMC. Slowly inching higher, right? So, at this point, parang at this point, just looking at the chart, it's either you wait, diba, for confirmation on a move higher, you wait for a dip, diba? Say it's inching higher, wala namang setup. Unless ma-micro-in mo, pwede rin naman, parang titrade mo yung 5-day pause, right? Yung inside candle. If lagay mo, diba? If yun yung trip mong setup, parang mas micro na momentum. Pero for me, at this point, kung ganito, parang low cheat, tapos sobrang small day pauses lang. If I wanna get into it, siguro on a pullback towards a moving average, sa mga 25. Gusto mo baratin talaga, di ba? Hanap ka ng potential dips toward 25, tapos pwede ka mag-initial transition. Tapos, on a confirmation move higher, pwede ka dumagdag. Pero, ayun. Ito, ang mga crypto, Luna. So, si Luna, isa sa mga leading layer ones, pero at least in terms of price action, medyo potso siya eh. Or medyo, sorry. Medyo di ko trip on the simple fact na, diba, it's hovering below EMA 50. So, actually, ganun kasimple lang ako mag-filter eh. Pero syempre maganda yung if you look at the fundamentals of it, though I don't have it on the top of my mind, pinapanood ko lang sa Coin Bureau, if familiar kayo sa YouTube channel. Pinapanood ko lang yung mga news, yung mga developments, yung mga sikat na coins just to, try to add to my learnings, pero I can never really remember everything kasi dami kailangan aralin. Pero, ayun, still one of the leading layer ones. Pero, diba, at least, wala pa setup. At least for me, wala pa setup. So, I'm just waiting for it to tip its hand. Maybe I'm not trying to get the low naman I'm trying to get the next move higher. So, siguro if I can reclaim EMA 50 and form some sort of, diba, if it's gonna maybe they're gonna go higher, maybe form a conso here, similar to DMC a while ago. Maybe that can be a potential setup na pwede mo tirahin. Pero at this point, sinisilip-silip ko na, hindi ko siya trade. That's one side na muna ko. Solana, almost the same. Parang, so meron ka short-term support dito, diba? You can play a potential bounce. Parang yung range na pwede mo laruin. Nasa 30% din, diba? So, depende na yun sa style mo. But if you look at it from a bigger picture perspective, right, parang kung magpa-plot lang ako ng channel, so my channel, nag-breakdown, my channel, nag-breakdown, nag-retest. So after retest, what do you expect? A move, diba? Parang potentially a move in the direction of the trend, right? So, pero syempre, ayaw natin mangyari yun. Unless, di ba, nag-futures ka, tas may short. Pero parang yun lang yung potential scenarios. So, and ever since dito pa lang, hindi ko masyadong tinitignan yan. Kasi nga, di ba, well below EMA 50. So yun yung scenarios. Pwedeng low, lower high, potential lower low, or a potential other low. Or, pwede rin siyang throw over lang or bear trap. So, syempre, malaman na lang natin with the benefit of hindsight. Tapos, pwede mo tirahan yung support. So, ako, kahit alam ko support yan, ba't di ko tinitira? Diba? Kasi, gusto ko doon ako sa side of yung mas mataas na probability. So, given na, diba, pang short-term downtrend, below EMA 50, overall market, mahina, parang, ayos na ako sa, parang, paging super aggressive pa ako. At the same time, kailangan ko rin i-match sa buhay ko na sobrang busy sa Investa. May trading cup defense bukas, may pioneer session sa Sunday, merong Investa Fest, yung merong Investa Mutual Fund, merong kung ano-anong content na kailangan gawin. Mahirap microhin, natirahin yung mga micro na bounce while having to do all of that. So ako, minatch ko lang sa circumstance ko. So, di ako super active. Naantay ko yung mga potential big trends. So, yeah. Web. Matagal ko din nakita to. Web. Ano value trade nito? Mali. Ano nga ba ilabas yung well, recent volume coming in over the past week. Not sure if there's anything with this, pero kung tiga to, diba? Parang illiquid, downtrend, so not really something I would look at this point. Diba? Medyo basura. So, Dito. Dito, sucks lang. Parang, so, halos 1 year na. Pare-pare lang sa sasabihin ko dito. So, hindi ako updated, di ba? Heavy disclosure, lagi binabantayan, lalo ng mga may nagmamahal sa stock na to. Pero I've always just highlighted, if palagi kayo nasa live, di ba? EMA 50, EMA 50, EMA 50, EMA 50, strong resistance, try to break above, pero lagi nag-fade every time sinusubukan. So, kung ako yan, I won't try to get in kaagad, diba? Though this area seems to be holding, diba? Para tong support, tong base na to dyan. So, if naka-accumulate ka dyan, solid. Pero, ako, if you think there's a higher move for dito, I will just wait for it to at least at a bare minimum, diba? Hold above EMA 50, tapos consolidate higher na lang. For example, dito, yan. Ay, wala pa pala. Sorry. Mahirap i-edit yung Gantt chart para maging malinis. Pero, For example, if mag-consolidate dito, yan, solid, di ba? So, yun yung inaantay ko. Kasi kung naniniwala ako na may move higher, kunyari, yung potential revisit ng 850, hindi ko kailangan madaliin. Considering yung DNA niya na lagi nag-fade. Pero ngayon, ayan, at dito natin malalaman, mag-fade ba ulit o mag-hold na. Mas magiging interesting to, in my opinion, kung technicals lang, kung nag-consent ng ganyan. Tapos mag-break higher. So, yun lang yung tingin ko dito. Though there's definitely volume coming in now. Pero for a move higher, kailangan price has to hold above EMA 50 pa rin. Nickel, DMC, tapos na ACE-N. Guys, teka lang, kunin ko lang yung job ko sa likod. ACE-N, same thing. Leaders that has finally hit its peak, diba? After so many bear divs. Pero, ayun, I mean, at this point, not something I would be looking to trade. Unless you're looking to trade the bounce, diba? So, easily identifiable would probably be here sa may 750. So, medyo may early counter trend na nangyayari. I mean, looking at the chart pa lang, di ba? Parang ano trade mo dito? Trade mo lang yung bounce. So, pero, ayun, antay lang ako, 750. Pero personally, not something I would trade or would quite frankly even look at. Kasi, wala, mahina eh. So, focus na lang ako sa mga mas malalakas. Nickel, DMC, tapos na. Boss Mark, good evening, boss. Profitable trading is boring. Yeah. That's statement by Mark Minervini, diba? You can either be an excited gambler or a bored trader, something like that. Number 1, dapat talaga unang matutunan, patience and discipline. Yeah. I wish yun yung unang tinuro sa akin. Do some position tradings kahit mga tranche. Tama naman. As long as alam mo yung ginagawa mo. Solid. AP. Meron akong teammate na malaki yung kikita sa AP. Or long-term holder ata siya. Nakita ko yung story niya sa Facebook. Yung my day niya, AP. Pero, yeah. AP. Moving higher. Ang break out of this base. Namigay ng retest, now moving higher. So, at this point, let's say, wala pa ako neto. Di ko siguro titrahin yung momentum. For example, yung break of the high, the initial breakout after the retest. Siguro mag-aantay na ako na isa pang dip. Isa pang retest. Hopefully, a retest going back to support sa mga 33 na area. If wala pa ako neto. If meron, for example, if I got it on the breakout, if I got it on the retest, or if I'm a holder at support, hawakan ko lang, di ba? I would let the trend play itself out. So, sana andito si Berlio kasi very updated siya sa mga sectors more than me. Pero kung ako yung may hawak nito, I would probably sell it na on the rally here. Parang yung 38 to 40, magandang area para hindi naman ibenta lahat, pero magtapon ng onte, mag-secure ng onting profits. Especially na, di ba, blue chip. Pero if mag-break out the index, definitely mag-benefit. Tama na ba energy to? Sa sobrang di ko na active sa PSE. Nakakalimutan ko na yung mga sector. Pero yeah. Cebu Pack. Boss Dave. By the way guys, kung meron din kayo mga questions, tanungin niyo lang din. Kasi para may kakwentuhan din ako. Kahit ano. Hindi man kahit ano, pero kahit anong related sa trading siguro. Seb, may large base. So potentially humihina yung COVID. Finally. sana mag-sustain yung gano'n. Just not for the sake of Seb, but for the sake of for everyone. Pero yeah, if this breaks out from this large base at that 50 area, cycle level, I think it would be interesting. Do I think it's gonna full out reverse? Probably not, just because COVID is still around, and I've been saying that for 2 years. It's pretty redundant na at this point. Pero pwedeng potential parang swing trade, di ba? So, pwede rin mag-breakout, di ba? Pero what I mean by reversal is babalik sa 80 levels, baka malabo pa. Pero for a potential swing higher, mag-break dito, pwede naman. Parang may 15% ka na swing. Or if mag-break above dyan, let's say, may na yung COVID, marami nag-travel, marami na, medyo nag-travel na ulit ngayon. Diba, kung bigger picture, medium term, baka pwede mag-75 ulit. Diba? That's an area you can look at also. And volume coming in past 2 days, I think it would be an interesting swing trade next week if the idea materializes. Mac by Nina. Croatia, isn't this also kind of related to airlines? If I'm not mistaken. So, I guess kind of almost the same with Cebu Pac. Pero kung technicals lang, I mean, ako kasi very biased ako mag-trade ng mga nickel, ng mga SPNEC. So, medyo hindi ako magmamadali. I mean, at least kung style ko lang, no? Unless believer ka, Mac, aware ka sa developments, aware ka sa if fundamentals, parang malaki ba yung disparity between price tapos yung fair value niya, depende na yun sa galaw, di ba? Pero kung ako lang kung technicals lang, right, parang malaking pattern, may malaking base, so potentially might break out. Pero ano to, more on sell on rally, given na the pre-existing downtrend, potentially maraming overhead supply. So I would be more apt to sell into the strength of the market kapag nag-breakout siya, rather than to hold it for a bigger move, diba? Though pag nag-breakout pa above yung 670 na area, pwede mo bantayan tong 7, diba? 7 to 7.5. Pero mas bigger picture na play na yan. So kailangan muna ma-break niya tong 580. Tapos very thinly traded din. So sakto lang. Globe by Deo. Sorry, hindi ko na ako Deo. Ano nga ba? Globe. Ay, sorry. Globe, yun lang. So, what happened to you? Well, wala. I mean, saan na yung channel? If you parang put up a channel, diba? I don't know if I'm doing it right, but yeah, if you put up an upward channel, wala eh. It slowly makes its way higher, pero meron din existing na bear div na matagal na. Tapos nakikita mo rin na priced in na, diba? Kasi umakyat yan dahil sa appreciation sa GCash eh. Yung tama ba, if I'm not mistaken, sa news last year, potential IPO, baka mali ako, pero if I'm sure there was a headline na profitable na siya or something, diba? So ayun, wala, priced in na yung news, priced in na yung move, walang bagong development so far. Tapos confirmed lang nung sumasayaw na, tapos breakdown, and then nung meron na malaking volume, wala na yan, parang yan na talaga yung signal mo na, diba, na dedo na yung move. So strong leader late last year or mid last year, pero ngayon wala na. I'm not sure about PLDT. I think PLDT is slightly holding up better, diba? If you look at it, though nag-below na ng E50, pero baka retest lang nung previous base. So as long as above 1.7, tingin ko hindi pa dead si PLDT. Mary Mart by GPV. Mary Mart, tagal na rin eh. Parang tagal na rin pre-existing na downtrend from being one of the leaders in 2020. So, strong bounce, right? Actually, sumausaw pa nga below eh. Parang kung pa-plot mo, oops, wrong tool. Grabe, no? Sama no chart. Pero, ayun, parang andun pa rin ngayon nasa resistance area. So, almost the same with dito actually. Kailangan break above EMA 50 at a bare minimum, diba? I don't necessarily trade the breakouts above the moving averages because I think that's a very minor signal for buy entry. But I keep an eye on it. For example, yung mga ganito, I keep an eye on that because I want to see if it can hold above it, right? Kasi I want the market to commit to me before I commit to the market. Same from Open Journal. Shout out to OJ. So gusto ko makita kung malakas talaga siya. Diba? So at this point, parang if I would trade Mary Mart, I'll probably keep an eye on it lang. Not something I would get into immediately. But again, that's coming from a trader. If you're more of a fundamentalist, diba? Iba na yung kwento, diba? If you're familiar with the numbers, if merong disparity between the fair value and the price, diba? But kung TA lang, ang breakdown, I mean, pre-existing downtrend, diba? Volume sucks lang. So. All HC from James Mariano. All HC, same, parang leader, pero nag-breakdown na. So, nakaka-shift na towards the new leaders like Nickel. If you want to still count Espinec as a leader, which probably still is. Though, di ko natin-take masyadong ito eh. Kasi, di ba? Parang kita mo na eh. At this point, you're catching a falling knife eh. So, not something I would actively participate in. Focus lang ako dun sa mga uptrending. BDO. So, I also saw the other week na parang yung BPI nag-move higher din. So, I think nahuli ito sa OJ. So, watch this namin to. Pero hindi ako nag-trade ng PSE. So, sana talaga hindi Siberio. I'm sure may comments sa sectors. Pero kasi he's always updated with sector research. Pero, yeah, banking sector looks strong, diba, in general, if you just look at the leading names. So, BDO, meron kang retest. So, potential entry yan. Tapos, ang stops mo na lang kapag nag-below ng EMA 50. Right? So, you'd probably just cut it below that area. So, ako, tingin ko, goods pa naman yung setup kay BDO. As long as it holds above that 132 area, mas ideal pa. Come in. I think may doors lock. May kumakatok eh. Tapos potential area for selling mo dyan sa may 150. So wait lang. So, pili muna. So, next chart muna. Sige, hanap ako ng interesting. Seb, tapos na DMC ICT. Parang ever since 2020, di na tumigil yung uptrend nito. Though, at this point, diba, try to break out higher. Medyo choppy yung setup eh. So, I would be much more, rather than trading the breakouts, kita mo yung breakouts ay usually nag-fade eh. Nag-fade tapos nag-base ulit. So just knowing that, I'll be more apt to try to get the dip, diba? If my lower dip cut to that 195, 200 area para mag-accumulate. Though itong volume this day, medyo warning sign siya for me. Not something I like to see. Pero, which is why I probably wouldn't trade momentum dito. I would wait for the dip. Okay, come on. So guys, bago tayo mag-continue sa charting, meron lang tayong special guest. Would like to have a few words alive. Okay, kami.
Sama ka Instagram.
Show the shirt.
Investor.
Yun. So guys, yung limited edition Investa merchandise natin. Yung gusto nyo yan, kailangan nyo mag-invest sa mga malulupit na mutual funds on the new Investa app. So, what do you want to say to everyone for your 30-second screen time?
If you guys ng live stream, please also download ng game sa Investa sa Google at
You're talking too
Play
fast,
Store.
bro.
Google Play Store at Play Store.
And the App Store, yeah,
App
the new Investa app, right?
You also get
What?
okay, get shirt.
You have to invest on the new Investa app.
Invest in the new Investa app to get a free shirt delivered to you.
Not yet.
Not really
If
yet.
there's giveaways lang.
Giveaways lang.
If there's no giveaways.
Giveaways lang for a free Investa shirt.
Yeah, and then tell everyone to attend the event tomorrow.
Attend the event tomorrow.
The Trading Cup
The
defense.
Trading Cup defense is gonna be, I don't know when, but tomorrow, but make sure to attend it. I think it'll be pretty cool.
Yeah, cool. Alright, say good night to everyone.
Nice.
And you make sure to return my shirt, okay?
Download the Investa app for a free shirt coming soon.
Yep. Alright. So, tapos na ating commercial break. Balik tayo sa charts. Teka, magtanong lang ako, thanks God. Magsagot lang ako ng onting questions bago tayo magsimula. Saan na ba? Yung mga questions dito kanina. Boss Toma, you've matured a lot. Uy, salamat. Di na ako siya. I appreciate that. Joseph, boss, may plano ba magkaroon ng investor crypto trading journal soon? Yes, in the pipeline, sobrang dami lang de-develop, but even US journal, we plan to incorporate that sa investor journal and just improve the journal in general. Diba? Maraming plano para dyan. Questions. Anong konting in-adjust sa selling rules mo na nagbigay ng malaking improvement sa trading mo, Boss Toma? Sige, there's two types of selling, diba? Selling at a loss, selling at a profit. Kung selling at a loss, hindi na ako nagme-mental stop. Lagi na auto-stop yun, kung kaya. So, hindi lahat ng broker sa Philippines may auto-stop. Pero, if merong auto-stop, parang siset ko na yung kagad. Sa crypto, definitely 24-hour market, lagi auto-stop. Sa selling, na may malaking improvement, anong tweak sa selling rule na may malaking improvement? It will probably be learning how to hold more. Dati kasi, and it's something I still try to continue to learn. So it's two things. Number one, learning how to hold two big winners. Kasi money's made in the sitting, right? And the second would be learning when not to hold. Learning when the market is difficult and you have to sell into the rally. So it's two different things. Siyempre, pag malakas yung market, you wanna hold on to the winners. But if the market's pretty choppy and you're trading a leader, even if it's a leader, you kind of just wanna sell that. That really helped me keep profits. Diba? So yun lang, parang just adjusting to the environment of the market. But learning how to hold in general, I think is an important skill because it's hard to hold on to volatility, right? But sometimes it's the volatility that gets us shaken up. Yeah. Boss Toma, di na kayo nag-trade sa PEC, pero curious lang ano magpapabalik sa'yo sa PSE. Kung mag-invest ako sa mutual funds, sa new Investa app. Pero, wala eh. I mean, ewan ko, but saying, don't trade the PSE. Siyempre, trade the PSE if you want to. Ako, wala lang. Parang, strip ko lang yung crypto. Question lang, boss, how do you start your tradings? Specifically, emotional state mo before trading. So, trading is always the number one item on my to-do list, and then all the work I have to do for Investa. So it's the first thing I do is I always wake up early kasi. Di ba always, pero it's on and off. But now it's on. For the past month, walang araw na gigising ako past 7 a.m. 7:15 minsan or 7:30. Pero before 8 for sure. I try to wake up at 6. And not even because crypto is more volatile in the morning, that 6 to 8 period, but just because I try to win the mornings. Parang it's a concept I try to deploy. Kasi kung gising ako 6 tapos tulog ako 10, ayos lang, di ba? Kasi na-learn ko na from 10 p.m. onwards, di na ako productive. So might as well matulog na lang kaysa mag-scroll sa TikTok. But to answer the question, I always start my day with meditation for just 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes. I go out, get some air, get some sunlight. And I always do the charting first. Para, diba ba? Kasi mahirap mag-chart pag ano ka na eh, pag stressed ka na, pag mga 1 p.m. na. Marami ka na ginagawang trabaho. For me, so I always try to start trading from a peak state, or at least my charting. Para yung plano ko, hindi siya based sa impulse. Rather, based siya from a state of parang peace, something like that. So that helps. So wala na atang questions. Ay, meron pa pala. So last question, tapos break tayo sa charts. Okay. So, what's the best lesson you learned from Jesse Livermore? Read the Psychology. He talked about psychology a lot indirectly, but it's really yung the money is made in the sitting. That's something I really applied over the past 12 months. So money's made in the sitting, yun talaga. And and not even just money's made in the sitting, but parang he also said something na parang there's a fool, there's a whatever fool, but there's a Wall Street. Oh, parang there are bulls, there are bears, there are pigs, and then something like that. And then there are Wall Street fools who think they have to trade every day. So, and disregard day traders from what I'm gonna say. That really stuck with me. Na parang you don't really have to trade every day, or trading or money's made in the sitting. Basically, parang double meaning yun eh. It's made in the sitting of holding onto your positions. It's made in the sitting of waiting for the high probability hands or high probability opportunities to come out, right? So yeah. Yep. So I think I got most of the questions. Yeah. Okay, let's go back to the charts. Let me just scroll up so I can get it by order. Let's do Avalanche. So something I have been looking at for a long time. It is a fundamental favorite sa Open Journal. Would I have loved to get it? Dito, yes, pero di naman ako genius. So I was actually looking at getting it when it broke out above 100, pero nag-fade kagad eh. So hindi naman dead, diba? I might just make a higher low. So I'm actually keeping a close eye on this. Bakit? Kasi, diba? Above EMA 50, diba? So goods. So I'm just waiting. And then when the moment's right, like a cheetah waiting for its prey, bombay natin. Joke lang. Magka-tranche na tayo ng test buy. Kasi matagal na ako walang trade eh. 6-7 weeks na. So, syempre, tikin muna, di ba? Ang kagat lang. Dip, tapos pag nag-follow through higher, dagdag na lang. Converge. Lows. I mean, well, at this point, parang, well, di na ako, I mean, diba, nag-fade na eh. I mean, it tried to recover, tried to consolidate, but broke down even below the low of the huge sell-off. So, I guess what I'd be looking at would be a potential bounce. Diba? Medyo nag-bounce siya, but somewhere at 24, right? If you want to short-term trade it. But again, I'm looking at it from a trader's perspective. I am very much learning how to appreciate fundamentals since I know someone who's a fundamentalist. Tas parang may sense din naman, diba? I mean, to know it then. And he's a value guy. He keeps looking for that's why natutunan ko yung term na disparity. So he couples his market timing with his knowledge on the price disparity between the actual value and where the price is, diba? Tapos he uses market timing systems to position trade, right? So which made a lot of sense when he explained it to me. So, but it's not something I know how to do. I mean, siguro if I put in the work, but since di ako nag-trade na stocks, I guess di ko na-aralin. Pero maybe one day, but yun. But just looking at the chart, diba? Breaking down previous leader. So at this point, I probably wouldn't rush to get into it unless I'm looking at it from a fundamental point of view and there's something there, which I don't know. So yun. Seb, tapos na. PHA. Meron pa bang ano to? Something pa ba to? PHA looks like Merrimart, looks like Ditto, but broke above EMA 50, so that's what I like to see. But at this point, wouldn't rush to get into it. I'll probably wait for a dip. Maybe, for example, I'll probably wait for a dip somewhere sa point 65, 67, 64, 65 area, right? Or if ever there's a continuation pattern. So again, I wouldn't simply just trade the breakout, right? Even if tumuloy yan, sige, ayos lang. Pero medyo low prop kasi pag breakout lang ng MA, yung basehan mo. Pero may volume na. So if may something talaga to, tapos may potential reversal, I should give up a continuation pattern somewhere. Or if not dip, then maybe I can test buy it there. Tapos, if kung ganito, mas apt ako mag-sell to rally. Let's say I get a dip here, sell it on the rally to 0.90 sa may piso. So, something I would observe at this point, volume coming in. So, I would just observe it, see what it does. Kasi kung malakas naman talaga yan, dapat hindi lang 0.19 upside, di ba? Dapat mag 120. So, Doge from Mercura. Ako. Medyo maaga ako gumising today, but yeah. Doge. So, Doge. Ito medyo sucks lang din eh. Parang matagal ko na yung tinitignan. So, parang consolidating pero slightly leaning towards a downtrend consolidation. So, pwede mong microhin. Right? Like, you have a support level at this area. You can try to get that dip, right? Once it goes into the green box and sell it onto the rally. Just not a trade for me, but it might be a trade for you. But just in general, mas maraming though it is if puputok talaga. Kasi unless the meme coin era is done or hindi na uso si Doge. Kasi meron kang malaking base dito, di ba? So that's something you can also look at then, right? You can still count this as a base, I guess. Pero pang folding wedge type. So if it breaks above that resistance, maybe you can have momentum move higher. And then if it gets hyped on Twitter and everywhere else, and Elon Musk says something about it, edi baka may unreasonable move higher ka. But diba? I mean, we're just following price. So yun, 0.18. Parang yun yung level na if it breaks out, pwede mo antabayanan. All Day by Rodney. From Rodney, rather. Tapos, Espinek. So, All Day, parang no, All Day? All Lots na eh. Diba? I mean, I'm sure there are people maybe trying to position trade it at this area, but it just broke down. So at this point, you can say there's a bull div, but it's an all-time low. I wouldn't rush myself to get into it at this point. So wala, nothing really, no comment. Kailangan patunayan pa niya yung sarili niya. And guys, before I continue with the charting session, we'll go through a bunch more charts. Di pa tayo tapos. Plug ko lang, no? Since I hope you guys don't mind, but we're having our upcoming event tomorrow. So, bukas na to. And to all the attendees, Zoom links have been sent to your emails, I believe, or at least by tomorrow, masasend. It's tomorrow, pero pwede pa humabol. The Trading Cup Defense is in 15 hours. It's a yearly event where we connect you guys with the winners of the Investa Trading Cup, the biggest competition and stock market competition in the Philippines. So this is basically, so congrats to champ natin si Boss John and the rest of the top 10. Basically, they will be the speakers and they will be sharing paano ba nila naabot yung gains na naabot nila in 3 months. The strategies, the secrets, the tactics, the mindsets, the psychology. And it's always an event I look forward to hosting. I'll be hosting it again tomorrow with Renzo. Yun lang, if you guys are interested in this, diba? All Trading Cup participants, if participant ka, get 500 off. If not, tickets 1.5. So, and of course, major shout out to our sponsor for this, our partner, RCB Securities. Make sure to check out their platform as well if you're looking for a broker. So, yun lang. I mean, if you guys are interested in it, I'll just put the link, I guess, in the comments. You guys wanna check the event out. So, let me just put it there. Yun. Hopefully, makita ko kayo bukas sa Trading Cup Defense. As in, bukas na to, mga 2 p.m. Live via Zoom. So, kita-kits tayo dyan. So, let me answer a few questions. May mga katanungan. Wala pala, joke lang. Okay, balik tayo sa charts. Ba't may nag-mad react sa stream? Ganito ba kayo sa akin? Hindi, joke lang. Oh, good. So, I love. So, next is Espinek. Espinek looks good. I mean, I'm just basing it on the chart. So, holding above EMA 50, earnings suck, pero if you're just looking at the chart, right, this is what you want to see. A tight conso and with low volume, right? That means little supply is coming into the market. And it probably take you just, a good amount of demand for it to push higher. 16% range, very tight. So, basic lang to. Pwede kang bumili ngayon sa support sa DOS, tight cut ka 1.95, diba? Or, kasi pag nagbilaw na to ng EMA 20, yun yung trail ng karamihan eh. So, sabay-sabay magbebentahan dyan. Unless there's an institution or waiting for that to happen para marami siya ma-absorb the shares, diba? Or you can just wait for the breakout to a new high, and if the index breaks out, this will probably continue to resume as a leader, right? So yun lang yun. You can wait for confirmation, but risk or parang pass ka na sa potential 16% na extra head start. You can buy on support, pero kung nag-breakdown, edi wala, cut loss ka. Or yeah, yun lang talaga, diba? But structure-wise, I think it's nice. Volume is good. If it closes below EMA 20 on large volume and doesn't recover in the next, hindi pa siya deads pag nag-close below. But it's a big warning signal that decreases the probability of success, right? So, if it closes below EMA 20, I would observe it. But if it doesn't recover kaagad, I wouldn't be too excited about it anymore. So, yun lang. But I like the consolidation. SLP. Marami akong mga tropa masaya kasi nag-a-axis sila at nangyari. But, just look at it from a bigger picture. I mean, ayos lang. Lakas nung move. So, syempre, intraday, may mga continuation patterns yan. Right? So again, this is probably something with the benefit of hindsight. parang, ay ano ba yan, may base dito, basic, breakout. Pero syempre, hindsight na yan, I try to not participate in that kind of thinking. Pero yun, kasi this is honestly something I wouldn't trade at all. Pero ayun, medyo nagpe-fade, holding above pa naman, pero if nag-close pa to below the moving averages, medyo pass na ako. I mean, in general, if you're a more active trader than I am, there's definitely opportunities, the volatility sa SLP, right? If I'm not mistaken, di mo to ma-short. Tama ba? Sa Binance, I forget. I remember Boss JC posted about it, tapos di siya ma-short. Pero sa FTX pwede ata. Pero yun, medyo sucks lang ako dito. Parang observe lang if mag-hold sa moving averages. Oops. Sorry. Monday. This got included in the index, right? Can someone comment that for me? I read it sa Open Journal Discord. Something about Monday. I just don't remember. But, am I right? Na-include siya? Am I correct? Baka mali ako so pasabi na lang. But, grabe to, no? Parang, ang saya, tapos, na-fade ka agad. So, medyo sucks lang din ako kay Monday. Parang similar yung pattern nila, mga pennant. So, may breakout na, pero nag-fade. So, you can adjust it here, yes. Gusto mo talagang disiplinado. So, parang ganyan yung setup niya. Pwede mo tirahin sa support sa 1550 kung trip mo. Pero ako, di ko trip kasi below the moving averages. Kung nag-breakout above that 18, then may potential move higher ka sa higher 20s. Si EMP na add din ba? Tama ba? Tama ba? Si EMP na add, so na-add din, so di ako super updated sa ano. Kung si EMP na add din sa index, sorry. Pero na-olat siya. So, the move was probably priced in earlier. That's my assumption. Okay. Ito magandang katanungan. Thoughts po sa LA Lakers? Bro, they should have traded Russell Westbrook when they had the chance. Pero, trade Russell Westbrook for a bag of beans. The joke lang. Pero, Lakers are frustrating. Turn the ball over too much. No defense. No defense. LeBron has to carry everyone. The joke lang. Marami LeBron haters dyan. Playing a bunch of old guys. Starter is Avery Bradley, who got cut by the Warriors. Starter Stanley Johnson, who's like on his 7th 10-day contract. Pero joke lang, di pwede yun. But that was a pretty good pickup, Stanley Johnson. Tapos, it's a bad fit. Imagine yun. They had a chance to get Buddy Hield. Sayang yun. Pero yeah, AD, the most unhealthy superstar. God bless him. Hopefully he recovers from that bad ankle sprain. Pero yeah, the Lakers stress me out. Should have traded Westbrook for a bag of beans. Dapat tinrade nila si Westbrook for... Di ata papayag yung Nets na Harden Westbrook. Parang walang sense. Pero maganda sana nag-reunion sila ni KD. Pero ano nga ba yung isang trade? John Wall, wala ding sense. Kasi, sorry, di na tungkol sa trading. Balik tayo sa chart. Saan ba tayo next? GMA 7. I know there was a trade for Westbrook. There was a possible trade. And they didn't even get Terrence Ross or Eric Gordon. Sana they just ship THT for Eric Gordon lang. THT naman. Puro hype. The joke lang. Parang sucks lang naman. I get he's young, but he's not in the timeline of LeBron. But anyway, too much basketball. So, GME 7, ito medyo sucks lang. The whole election story for it is probably priced in at this point or too old. Pero nag-recover, nag-breakdown, nag-recover. So parang ito yung bago niyang base. Pero medyo suma-sideways na lang eh. So it's probably more... Can it have a leg higher? Yes. Pero it's on a much higher base. Diba kung nag-base count sa Mark Minervini, it's like on a later stage base. Pero pwede pa rin naman. Parang if it breaks above that 1650 area, then may potential move higher ka. But now it's in the middle of the range. So if it's in the middle of the range, it's not in any execution zones, not on support, not trying to break out. Not something I would touch. It's something I'll keep an eye on if I'm interested in it. Sabi ko dun sa tropa ko, nasa Saturday daw si Westbrook for Malcolm Brogdon. Pero wala din naman sense pag tinrade sa Pacers. Parang who would want an aging... sobrang trash talk kay Westbrook. Pero okay, I'll answer this question next. Parang who would trade for an aging superstar who has one more year on his contract na parang 45 million? Ewan ko kung sino. Tapos kung ima-match mo lang yung kay John Wall, si John Wall di naman din naglalaro. I think the Lakers should trade AD in the offseason. He gets too injured. But anyway. Question. Pansin ko sa US market, when earnings beat forecast, humahataw yung price pataas. Same case pag below forecast, bumabagsak. How come in Nvidia beating the forecast earnings, pagkabang bumagsak? Hindi ko makuha kung sell on news ba siya or dahil sa stock split. So, I'm not aware if my stock splits si Nvidia. But yes, on a normal basis, whenever there are good earnings, the stock will gap up, bad earnings will gap down. Siguro I have to do my research to give an educated answer to the question, no? Pero maraming reasons sa pwede. Pwede yung stock split, kung may stock split, hindi ako aware kung may stock split o wala. It can also be a sell on news event. Kasi, why not open the chart? By the way, guys, real time na yung US data sa Investa, by the way. So, FYI lang. Was earnings today? Doesn't look so bad. I mean, akala ko talagang gap down. Pero probably, or maybe the market's just weak in general. Maybe the market's just, maybe the market's just weak in general. You know what I mean? So, but yeah. Union Bank. Guys, sino tingin nyo mag-champion? I honestly think that the Memphis Grizzlies are going to the Western Conference Finals. The joke lang. Union Bank, definitely still one of the leaders. Right at the highs, though nag-double top, right? Congrats sa mga parang swing trade. It kind of looks like it's forming a coupled handle, right? So it's not a complete coupled handle yet, but it's forming the handle now. But if it closes below EMA 50, wala dead to. I knew it deads, pero well, maybe not deads in the long term, but at least in the short medium term, it's a big warning sign for me. Especially ganito na it held above it for a long time and it finally closes below it on high volume. That's a warning signal to cut. Or if you're a longer term holder, it's a warning signal for me. Or not even a longer term holder, but if you're trend following it from an average of 65, it's a warning signal for me to sell at least half at the bare minimum. You have Milwaukee as the champs, the Warriors, betting on the Warriors. Pero medyo, sucks lang yung Warriors nung bumalik si Clay. So, syempre, you're trying to incorporate someone. He takes so many shots pero medyo naging inefficient siya. Well, I mean, pero syempre coming off of a ACL and torn, mga ba yun? Anong injury niya? Pero yeah, coming off 2 major injuries. Yeah, Warriors are scary. But I think people are sleeping on Phoenix. You know, I think people are sleeping on Phoenix. Achilles, tama. And Damon's out. Wiseman, I have no idea what's up with Wiseman. Should have traded him for Pascal Siakam. Joke lang. Next. Teka, wala nang stock request. Scroll up ako konti. Guys, may mga request or questions bago natin tapusin yung session? I'll just keep going until there are more requests. I think AGI was something I missed out. Medyo slow, parang slow movement higher. So, kita yun I mean, syempre, wag yung titirahin yung breakout kasi medyo nagdi-dip siya. So, kung ako yan, Let's wait for the dip, diba? Sa EMA 50. Kasi higher high, lower, higher low, higher high, higher low. So, but definitely not a move for, parang mas position trader or medium-term swing trader. Pero, yeah. As long as it trends above EMA 50, goods yan. AP, tapos na, Mark? Volume na ba to? Volume ba? Mark, this is one of the first stocks I traded, I remember. Points. Mark, medyo sakto lang. Thinly traded pa rin, pero if you're gonna base it off the structure lang, I guess ako aantayin ko na kung may laman talaga to. Siguro kung nag-break sa high na to, yung 2021 high, and then I'll just see from there where it goes, diba? I'll wait if there's ever a nice pause here, if we have a strong breakout, that's probably when I get interested in Mark. I'm not sure how the mining names are doing now. If I'm not mistaken, Mark is part of the mining industry sector. So yun. So ito, coming Fed taper. Mga yan kayo baba. Fed taper. I have not been updated with the Fed since the Open Journal Town Hall. Di ko na masyado research. Kasi parang sucks lang. I mean, di ako active sa market Parang chuma-chart lang ako kasi wala pa pupasok sa setups ko. Hindi ko yung masagot. I think, there's so many factors. Siyempre, importante na aware ka sa ginagawa ni Fed. Especially for the US market. Because markets are driven by liquidity. Right? And if they're gonna cut off the liquidity, right? That's bad for the markets, diba? I forget how it affects emerging markets. Pero, it's not on the top of my mind. Pero if panoorin ko ulit yung turo ni Javi, maalala ko. Pero yun. Not the best person to answer the question because I'm not super updated. But if we just focus on price, diba? I highlighted earlier the PEC is an interesting spot. So significant MAs based sa experience sa PEC and crypto. Sa crypto, kapag nung malakas pa yung market, I tend to use fast stops, EMA 10 for my add-on weakness. Na if I want to add on weakness or even if I want to trail it, kung malakas talaga, EMA 10, parang mas long term na pag EMA 20. Pero ngayon na mahina lahat, yung filter ko. If it's above EMA 50, sige, priority list yan, panoorin ko ng mabuti. So it depends but at least for equities, no, I always, yung mga basic lang, diba? EMA 20 short term, EMA 50 medium to long term. If longer term ka, EMA 100. Reliable ba ang Bloomberg? Di ako gumagamit ng Bloomberg, sorry. REITs, hindi rin ako sobrang updated sa REITs. But we posted a recent news about that na, if I'm not mistaken, it got delayed due to excessive demand. So, excessive demand in the market is always a good thing, diba? So I guess, REITs have been strong in general, diba? So I guess, it should be a good sign. Pero bulls, problema sa bulls, puro injured Hindi ko na po health and safety protocols, pero I don't think they have enough chemistry under their belt. Lonzo, Levine, DeRozan, Pat Will got injured. They didn't trade for Jeremy Grant. So si Vucevic kinakain ng buhay ni Embiid. So, ewan ko na lang. Parang siguro good story na pag nag-second round. But DeRozan should be in MVP conversations for sure. Ayala Land. I think Philly, if James Harden and Joel are both happy and healthy, I think that's interesting. Kita niyo yung double step back ni Joel kanina. So Ayala Land, although medyo may move higher na. So kung ako yan, parang hindi ko nakakabulin. So I'll probably wait for that 42 area. Kasi kung malakas yung index, I'm sure might 15-20% move higher pa to from that breakout point. Or, if I'm trying to get it, I'll try to get it on a dip. Basta pag blue chips, hindi ko talaga tinitake na momentum unless malakas yung market. At least back then, I would always try to get it. For example, BDO. I would want to trade it. Like, kung gusto talaga, I always try to get it sa base or sa dips, sa mga ganyan. If trip na trip ko lang talaga. But that's just me. Unless sobrang lakas sa market. DMC, SEC, dito, tapos, Ayala Land, Meg. Meg, sakto lang din. I mean, I'm surprised wala nag-request sa Ace X kahit isa. Meg, I guess parang ito yung range nila laro mo. So pag depende na sa trip mo, property should benefit from all the reopening. So if the index breaks out, there's obviously gonna break out too, but I guess it's more of a sell on rally play, in my opinion. Unless you're looking to hold it for a potential reopening play. So yeah, Meg. No one commented Ace X. Di na ba uso to? Nag-breakdown na pala. So Ace X, wala, sucks na lang din to. Just, if it doesn't like make a bear trap, if it doesn't recover, medyo pass na rin ako dito. Grabe, dati may A6 ako, parang nung ano pa siya, ano yung pangalan ni Ace X noon? Si PPG. Dati may PPG ako dito eh. 3 pesos. Sana di ko na binenta. Hindi, joke lang. Pero hindsight naman yun. Siguro pag nag-all in, siyempre hindsight, pag nag-all in ako tapos sinawak ko ngayon, kota na ako sa trading. Well, I think I'm good. Phil Webb's done. An hour and a half. I think that this is a good comeback charting session. I still have 200 people with me from YouTube and Facebook. Guys, before we end, feel free to comment. Or, feel free to comment some questions. I mean, there's probably something with mining. This is a mining stock, right? Pero sucks lang. I mean, this is something, if you're really looking into it, this is just a sign to observe it, in my opinion, than to try to find a way to enter. So before we end, are there any questions? Seb, tapos na. Lakers fan, di naman. Ay, sucks lang. Basketball, I'm a basketball fan. That's a good way to say. Ano ba team ko? Atlanta ako eh. Marami akong Trae Young cards last year, pero binenta ko lahat. Pero ang potso ng Atlanta ngayon, I'm honestly, I don't know. I'm just more of a basketball fan, to be honest. M-wide, wala din eh. I mean, parang anong matitrade mo sa ganito, diba? So, kung trip po si M-wide, I would wait for some kind of pause, right? If I wanna get into it. YouTuber, I think, about Elliott Wave. I think, sorry nakalimutan ko yung channel. I don't watch it, but I know one that's recommended by Open Journal. I just forgot the name. So, guys, if there are no more further questions about basketball or about trading, one last thing I want to share besides the Trading Cup League that's happening tomorrow, the Investa Fest is back. And it's happening on March 28th, and I'm super excited. Unahan ko na kayo lahat. It's free. May option po na libre yung ticket. We won't charge you anything for this. But if you want, of course, the added benefits like lifetime access to all the talks, the live Q&A, the raffle entries, then VIP is the way to go. Because honestly, the Q&A is another event in itself. If attendee ka ng event in Investa, alam mo na yun, parang yung Q&A, isa pang event. Pero, I'm just really hyped up about the speakers we got. For example, Chairman Edward Lee. I have the privilege of, I've never spoken with him yet, but I have the privilege of doing an interview with him for the Investa Fest because this topic is going to be parang one-on-one interview kami, hindi siya talk. So I'm preparing for that. I'm doing my research. Personally, super excited for that. Always been a big fan of it. We have Commissioner Kelvin Lee, right, from the SEC. Miguel Agarao, one of our speakers back in 2019 Invest Summit, Vice President Philip Miss Sal, right, from On the Money, I believe that was their show. There's so many other, not only investment people, but also entrepreneurs, right? Entrepreneurs, business people, right? So, spot na lang yung full speaker lineup namin, and there's more coming. I'm excited to announce them in the coming days. So, ayun, hopefully, we can see you here. Again, it's free. The goal is just to impact the lives of as many Filipinos as we can, reach as much as we can. Kaya libre yung ticket. Honestly, kung real talk lang, the event could easily be parang 4K. Pero yun lang, we just really want to reach people and impact lives. That's why there's a free option here. So yun lang. If you think any of your friends would benefit from this, I would suggest, doing the refer a friend thing, because if I'm not mistaken, you get a chance to win 5K worth of investment funds in our new Investa app. So refer na lang mga tropa mo, auto-generate naman yan. Copy nyo na lang. So since kinopy ko na yung akin, lalagay ko na rin dito sa comments. And of course, to our major partners for helping us make this possible, huge shout out to Atram, and of course to Trade Asia. Maraming salamat to our partners for helping us make this possible and make this the best Investa Fest yet. Dalawa pala, this is the second, but yeah, better than last year. Maraming salamat Atram and to Trade Asia. Make sure to check them out. So yun. So we're hype house speakers, to be honest. So yun lang. That's the last thing I want to plug. How do you stop this? Okay. So yun, hopefully na-enjoy niyo yung charting session. It's been months. Side na nalamunan ko. But I'm happy to... Yeah, but yun, hopefully may naambag ako kahit papano. Hopefully may enjoy niyo yung weekends niyo. I'm gonna have a long weekend. See all of the attendees of the Investagrams Trading Cup Defense. I'll see you tomorrow. All of the Ultimate Pioneers for our Pioneer Mentorship Program with JC on Sunday night. I'll see you on Sunday. And for everyone else, saan si Jory? Sa kanila lang, busy. But yeah, for everyone else, I'll see you on the TikTok videos I shoot. So yun lang, and I'll try to go live again maybe next week. If hindi kaya next week, maybe next week. And next time I'll go live with Renzo, if you guys miss him too. So yun lang. Hopefully everyone's safe. COVID's going down lower, but definitely ingat pa rin tayo. Getting COVID sucks. No, I know. So ingat pa rin. Get your vaccines and your boosters, right? So yeah. 11 o'clock. I guess that's a great way to end. If wala nang pahabol na questions, So, good night. Ingat. And kita-kits bukas. So, yun. Bye. Peace out. Much love for everyone. Maraming salamat. Did I forget to plug something? Oh, if you want to invest on the best funds in the Philippines, Instagram.com/Investa. Yun lang. Good night. End ko na. Bye-bye.